in the playoffs, the Timberwolves put on a defensive clinic to take a two games to one series lead over the Denver Nuggets last night, winning 113-96. The Wolves set the defensive tone early on, holding the Nuggets to 11 first-quarter points, and it continued all game as the Nuggets shot just 34% from the field, Denver's worst shooting game all season long. So despite finishing with 27 points, Nikola Jokic had his worst shooting night of his postseason career, shooting 26.9% from the field. He made just 7 field goals, went 2 of 10 from long range. Chiney Agumake is back here with us. Is Jokic the reason the Nuggets are now down in this series, considering what you saw last night? Chiney.
Bonjour, Stephen A. Je m'appelle Chiney. Et Rudy Gobert, il est magnifique. Il est magnifique. He has been phenomenal. Rudy Gobert's defense, he's been magnificent. I hope I did all the French people proud there with my pronunciation. I'm more of a Spanish girl.
You did. You did me proud.
Girl.
You did me. You did me proud. You did me proud.
Yes,
I'm here to tell you.
I'm an Igbo girl, but I pivoted a little bit because Rudy Gobert, il est magnifique. He's been fantastic in this matchup. I wouldn't say that it's Nikola Jokic by himself because no Aaron Gordon has been a big factor as well when it comes to their burst and their production like we saw yesterday. But I am in awe. Rudy Gobert is probably one of the most criticized players in the NBA, and the Frenchman has taken this matchup personally. He has looked phenomenal. And if you think about what this matchup has done defensively, he held Jokic in this series so far to 13 of 40 shooting, 4 of 19 from 3. And a lot of people we've seen multiple highlights isolate Rudy Gobert one-on-one. We've seen like Luka Doncic, a number of players try to just get at him that way. Well, you know, Nikola Jokic has had opportunities one-on-one on the top of the key. Again, he's been able to move and keep him in single coverage. Right now, the Timberwolves, we saw what Jaden McDaniels said. They want the smoke. They want the smoke, and we're seeing the best version of these teammates that are the supporting cast alongside a superstar in Anthony Edwards. So you have to give a lot of credit to the Frenchman for rising to the occasion in this moment.
I have to. I got to get a little personal here first for a second here, Shay and Chiney. I mean, listen. I'm living a good life. I'm pretty damn happy, to say the least. But I must admit, in all my years on this earth, I've never dated a woman from France or anything like that. But after hearing Chiney, I was like, what have I been missing? What have I been missing?
Oh.
I mean, that language, that verbiage right there, that kind of turned me on. Anyway, let me get back to the focus at hand. I got to tell you, when you look at Jokic, in all seriousness, when you look at Jokic, here's the issue, okay? He's not healthy. He's not healthy. He's not himself, Janae. We all know that. He's not himself. And so because he's not himself, you looking at him, he shoots better than that. I mean, what are we, 7 for 26? That's not Jokic. We know how he usually has a field day against Rudy Gobert. We understand it. They don't look themselves. Jamal Murray's got to step it up. And McDaniels, give him credit. He talked the talk, then he stepped on the court and backed it up. Minnesota's got that size, they've got athleticism, they got Ant-Man, and they got the cats around them stepping up their game, including Julius Randle doing what they got to do. Denver's in a bit of trouble here, no doubt.
And Minnesota Timberwolves have been calling for it, and here they are, and the Denver Nuggets in a world of hurt. Is there anything, though, Kevin Durant and the Rockets can do to stop LeBron from leading? Parlay, we've got 3 picks for all of tonight's Game 3s between the Sixers and Celtics. Stephen A., you start here. You got LeBron James grabbing 7 or more boards tonight when the Lakers face the Rockets. Why?
Listen, it's LeBron James. He's been exceptional. Can't say enough about him. I think that even though Michael Jordan is always and forever will be my GOAT, that this is the greatest case LeBron has ever made for GOAT status, considering the longevity of his excellence and the way he's looked in this series and throughout the season. Nothing but applause for him. And 7 rebounds tonight with as many shots as the Houston Rockets inevitably will miss. It is definitely conceivable he will have at least 7 rebounds tonight. All I'm going to say about it is this. Just the same way I'm going off about the New York Knicks, Kevin Durant better not get his ass swept. I know that much. He's too great to allow that to happen against the Lakers team without Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. That would be very, very embarrassing and a stain on his illustrious legacy. I'm telling you that right now.
Austin Reeves is questionable for this game. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Chiney, now to you in the Celtics-Sixers matchup. You like Jaylen Brown, who scored 25 or more points. Why?
Because he's going to be motivated alongside his Boston Celtics squad. This is a squad that took an L. They really got VJ Max going, and I like to see how he responds. He's had an MVP type of season with his usage, and it's just like a layup to him. 25 points coming off of a 36-point game where he knocked down 5 threes, took the L. I think they're going to come back in a mean way. The mean green will be back, starting with JB.
And I will roll with you in JB. I expect Jaylen Brown to hit 2 or more threes because he has made 2 or more threes in his last 7 playoff games. The Celtics are so good after a loss this season. I expect them to respond in a big way against the 76ers. What this playoffs have been all about, responding and adjusting. So to recap here, we are going with LeBron James, 7 or more rebounds, Jaylen Brown to score 25 or more points, and then Jaylen Brown to also have 2 or more made threes. The odds of this same game parlay are currently plus 247 on DraftKings. Let's stay now.
Alan, what's your biggest takeaway? Because for me, what stands out is it's McDaniel, it's Gobert on the highlight. It's not just Ant-Man.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it's also, to me, the attitude that Minnesota has, and that's what McDaniel said after Game 2. He's not hiding from it. It's the fact that they can win this series with their defense, and it starts with the big fella, Rudy Gobert, a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, who has been maligned in the past about these types of matchups and not really showing up in big moments. Well, he's showing up big time in this series against the 3-time MVP. This is a hell of a matchup between the Goliaths, and look at the numbers right now.
Wow.
What is Rudy Gobert doing to him? 38%, the 4 of 14. He only had 3 assists, 7 turnovers, by the way, in this matchup as well. When Gobert is guarding Jokic, he is winning this matchup right now.
Jokic last night, 7 of 26, 27%, the worst shooting percentage in a postseason game in his career. With all of that, Monica, are the Nuggets in trouble?
You know, as I look at who has been champions as of late, they are teams that can defend at the highest level and really turn your water off. And when I look at what the Minnesota Timberwolves are poised to do, how they were built, Tim Connelly was in Denver, then he was in Minnesota. They were built to defend, and they take a ton of pride in that, Nagandi. I think that's the thing. McDaniels backed it up, and Edwards can defend when he's locked in. Dante DiVincenzo's out there with plenty of swag. You got Rudy Gobert. And so you look at last night's performance. Defensively, they're connected. But they've got all 5 starters in double figures, and you get 25 points off off your bench. Like, it does to me feel as if Minnesota is finding their rhythm, just like we've seen them do in the past this time of year.
And you know, Denver has missed Aaron Gordon last night. They miss him dearly. He's a very important linchpin kind of player, both ends of the floor. And Peyton Watson, who they haven't had, talk about defense. He can defend, and he has not been available yet as well. Yeah. Keep an eye on both those guys' availability going into game.
Minnesota's got juice right now,
and
that plays a huge role. We'll see how this plays out on ABC tomorrow night with Game 4. Monica, Allen, thank you so much. Let's continue the